Rating. Discover the do's and don'ts of credit, debt, and bill paying while securing your financial future. I am Chenauda Harris, your financial specialist. To Let's Fix It with Chenauda. Sit back, relax, and take some copious notes as we provide you with some awesome solutions to your financial matters. Invite your friends and family to join us. And if you're watching this live via Facebook, like, tag, share. Sharing is caring. I am Chenauda Harris, your financial specialist, offering solutions to your financial matters. Today on the Let's Fix It with Chenauda show, we will be talking about building credit and authorized buyers. Who wants to know some secrets to building credit? And what we're going to do is we're going to lay it out for you guys today. In the meanwhile, please check out the grand opening of Motor City Popcorn at 7104 West 7 Mile, 1 block west of Livernois in the city of Detroit. They have ice cream, nachos, candy, beverages, and lots of delicious popcorn. Their hours of operation are Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And they were seen here live here on the Let's Fix It with Chenauda show. Now I have a special shout out to a great business partner all the way from Winter Haven, Florida, Pastor T. Lashana Hamilton. She's releasing her brand new single. Actually, it released on Monday, called Sincere Praise. Please check it out. It's available on iTunes and Amazon Music. Go get it and let it bless you real good. So, I want to hop right into this, but first, let's talk about something. Let me give you the quote. Your family legacy is determined by the actions that you take today. And I'm going to give you some necessary things that will help you with your legacy, with your kids, with your grandkids. So we've been on this mission because now we're under the 90-day window before we get to 2021. So we have 86 days left here in 2020. So let's talk about this. Are you where you want to be financially? Are you planning a major event in 2021? Buying a home, buying property, buying a car, investing, planning a big vacation, college graduation, expecting a baby. All those things take money, credit, planning, and please, we've been talking about this for the last 3 weeks, and we're going to talk about this till the end of the year. So if you have any updates or progress reports that you wish to share with us, please get that information to me. And you can reach me at 734-752-8818 or my Facebook at Chenauda M. Harris or my Instagram at Chenauda. My email is letsfixitwithchenauda@gmail.com, and my website for business is www.chenaudaharris.com. So, let's talk about having an authorized buyer and building credit. But first, what we want to do is talk about 5 ways to build credit, right? First thing you want to do is check your credit report for errors. Occasionally, things are reported to the credit bureaus wrong. So if anything that you see that is wrong on your credit report, and it could be off by 5 cents, it could be off by the date, it could be off by the wrong initial, your spelling of your name, anything that's wrong on that credit report, it can be removed and disputed because that is an error. Inaccurate items such as late payments when you've never missed a payment could unfairly bring your score down. So let's start with steps by taking a look at all 3 of your credit reports and the way you can look at that, if you haven't reviewed one for the year, you get a free one at www.annualcreditreport.com. And due to the COVID pandemic, the desire to help consumers better manage their monies is so important to me right now. We want to put you in position to get your finances in order. So definitely check out to see if you have any errors on your credit report. So knowing how you're doing can help you pinpoint your areas that might need some help. So this is why I'm telling you, take a look to see if something sticks out to you that doesn't seem right. And under the law, you have the right to a credit report that is free and fair, free of errors and fair, right? So any information that can be proved by the reporter or the credit bureaus, they will have to remove it. So if you're looking for a way to impact your credit score, this is an option. Getting a credit card. This is one thing that is very important because there's two types of credit that reports to your credit bureaus. One is revolving credit, which would be your credit cards. And the other is installment credit, which is like your mortgages, your car payments. Those are installments. So that makes up a portion of how your credit score is calculated. So having a credit card, whether it's secured or a traditional unsecured credit card, will help you with this. Now, the key is using the credit utilization responsibly, meaning you cannot max out your cards. You have to keep them under 30% because the minute that you creep them up over that limit is going to start causing problems and decreases in your score, which kind of defeats the purpose, right? So we don't want to do that. Then the other thing, add rent or utility payments to your credit report. Now, some of you have heard of Experian Boost. Experian Boost will report your utilities and phone services. And then our company offers a program called Credit My Rent. And what that simply does is add a positive trade line to your credit report within approximately 30 days and can give you a boost at a low cost of $6.95. And we offer adding up to 2 years of history. There's a setup fee to start it, whether you want 1 year or whether you want 2 years. However, it's very advantageous for someone who is on the brink of trying to get a pre-approval for their home and you're renting. So that is one of the biggest bills that we have would be our house payment or our lease for our homes. And it's very important that you get credit for them, correct? Paying down current debt. We already know that, you want to keep your spending limit under a certain amount. So revolving credit includes your credit cards, your lines of credit, and your home equity loans. Your credit utilization is that ratio of your total revolving credit balance compared to your total revolving credit limit. So for example, if you have a credit card limit of $5,000 and a balance of $2,000, a line of credit with a limit of $5,000 and a balance of $1,000, you could have a total credit limit of $10,000 and a total balance of $3,000. That is a credit utilization of 30%. Credit utilization accounts for around 30% of your credit score. So there's the figure as to how it is calculated and how it contributes to the calculation of the credit score. It's the second important most important thing in paying your bills on time, keeping that credit utilization low as possible, which is going to positively impact your score. Last but not least, this is something that's near and dear to me that I feel that a lot of people miss the boat on, and that is becoming an authorized buyer. And what that simply means is if you don't feel you're ready to own your own credit card, so that means if you're not financially responsible, you can have yourself added to a family member's credit card. They don't have to give you the credit card for you to utilize it, but just someone who has good credit history, pays their bills on time, and is very responsible. And let me reiterate the word responsible. So you can take advantage of having that credit history added to your credit report that's going to help stabilize your credit score. So you need to make sure that when you consider a person, you got to make sure that person's paying their bills on time, because you don't want to be a, not so much a victim, but you don't want to be on someone else's credit who's not paying their bills on time. You want to be able to benefit from someone with good credit. Ultimately, the best way to positively impact your score is to make good money and have credit management decisions long term. So building credit is more of a marathon than a sprint, but you can use these tips that I've given you to boost your credit and potentially quickly. So as I was stating about the authorized buyer, this is a perfect opportunity for you that have like a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, to add them as an authorized buyer. I didn't say give them the card, mom and dad, but make them an authorized buyer if you have good credit. So when they do turn 18, it positions them for financial success right off the rip, so that they can start qualifying for their own lines of credit, and or if they're looking to get a car or something, you're not paying extra money in high interest rates. So this sets up a child for success immediately. So if you have a decent credit history, this is something that you want to do, is allow that child to piggyback off of your good credit and your credit history. This is a great asset for teens. It's a great teaching opportunity for them as well, to learn about how credit works, so that when they do get credit of their own, they are a little bit more responsible about how the process works, right? Because how many times have you seen folks go off to college and immediately they become predators of MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and Discover, because they just prey on the 18-year-olds, because they know that if they give them these student accounts, they're going to apply, they're going to get qualified, and they're going to max out these cards, which is going to have an adverse effect on them, which is going to allow them not to be able to get into a car, or they're going to have to pay higher interest rates, or when they get ready to get into their junior year and go to apply for an apartment, they're going to need a co-signer because their credit score is low and no one spoke to them about the proper way to utilize credit, right? Because even in my generation, these were some lessons that were never taught in school or from our parents. We were just taught to save money. You went to work, you saved money. You never really were taught about the things surrounding credit, the habits, and how credit works, and how instrumental it was going to be to your future, right? So these are key elements to set your child up for success in their finances. So if you've got negative items that are 30, 60, 90 days late, or delinquencies worse than worse than that, just a card holder that just has like issues that can really be damaging. So you don't want to put your child at risk of having bad credit. You want to position them for success. Now, here's some wonderful tips that I'm going to give you for adding that authorized user. If you've weighed the pros and cons and want to proceed, keep in mind these guidelines. Don't offer cards to anyone you can't trust. Set limits. Monitor your account closely. Remove authorized users that aren't working out. And if you want to have help an authorized user build credit, you don't have to give them the credit card. They don't have to have it on their person. Like I said, don't give it to them. Because if you give it to them, they're going to be tempted to use it, which could cause major damage to you because you're still going to be responsible for that bill. So does adding an authorized user increase your credit limit? Not automatically. You might be asked about the credit card user to raise the limit to leave room for you and the authorized user if you're allowing them to spend X amount of money. So like if you say to your teen, okay, you have a $200 limit that you can spend, just to test the waters to see if they're going to utilize it and be responsible. That's a good test drive just to see what they're going to do. And in the event that they abuse it, that's when you take it away and remove them from it. But you want to get into some good habits to make this a teaching moment for them. How can you remove an authorized buyer? You can simply remove them from your account at any time, so it's never a permanent situation. But typically you call your credit card issuer, the customer service department, and they will be able to take care of your request, issue new cards if necessary, and remove the authorized user from the account. And abruptly cutting off the authorized user from the account can, have some adverse effects on your relationship and your friendship, but at the same time, you were doing them a favor. So for them to abuse that privilege, that would be a problem for me, but that's just me personally. So just be mindful if you decide that you wish to be of assistance to add an authorized user onto your accounts. Quote, believe, take action, have confidence, and be disciplined. Never give up. Take action in order to move towards your goals. And this portion of what we're talking about on the show is moving towards people's goals of being financially free, right? So with that, I am on a mission for 2020, helping 800 people become financially empowered this year. We are really growing this movement with people who are ready to purchase homes or just simply change their finances. I want to be able to assist you with getting on track for home ownership, and I have a network of incredible realtors waiting to put you in a home of your dreams. And if you follow my lead, we still have time here in 2020 to make it happen. So please call a friend, tell a friend, because we want to make sure that we're able to assist. And if money is a problem, in terms of you thinking the cost of our program is astronomically expensive, call and schedule the free consultation anyways. You would be amazed at the potential progress you can make with just the consultation and the information that I provide, because some of the things that I do tell you can help you if you just follow through by yourself. So I want to see you win. That is definitely my goal here. Now, Last week, I gave you guys an awesome invitation to join me on a webinar at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last Wednesday. And let me tell you, the webinar last Wednesday was straight fire. We had some very powerful women give their testimonies as to why they started a home-based business, most importantly, but how different things in life, obstacles in life that we all encounter, whether we're a woman or whether we're a man, we encounter these different things in life that can stop us or potentially block us from moving forward. And when I tell you the powerful testimonies that were given and the breakthroughs that came through on that particular webinar were just phenomenal. And we sealed it with a deal with the closer. We brought in Apostle Marlon Hester out of Chicago, Illinois. And when I tell you, he put a stamp on that thing. He did his thing. And truly, it was a pivotal moment for many people that night because, number one, with churches being closed, some people have not really heard the word the way they heard the word. And don't get me wrong, this is not a big a, a thing surrounding religion or spirituality. However, we do believe that we bring the elements of Christ into the picture because it is so prevalent and important with the key factors of what we're talking about in terms of acquiring wealth. It is amongst the biblical aspects of living a Christian life. So I want to extend that invitation to you again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you or someone you know just need a little bit of encouragement and this need to hear some powerful testimonies of people that have come from nothing and have made something out of their lives or persevered and have gone through things and have had their major breakthrough aha moments, this is a perfect opportunity for you to hear some incredible testimonies. So please join me tonight on Wealthy Women Wednesdays. And I'm super excited because my business partners are going to bring some more phenomenal women. And we had men and women last week join us, so it was even more impactful. Now, as I begin to close the show, I want you to know that I am looking for entrepreneurs here on the Let's Fix It with Chenauda show. We're looking for entrepreneurs to feature as we close out 2020. So if you or someone you know that has a business that would like to be featured on the show, please let me know. My phone number is 734-752-8818. My Facebook is Chenauda M. Harris, and my Instagram, Chenauda. My email is letsfixitwithchenauda@gmail.com, and my website for services is www.chenaudaharris.com. And just know that we reserve the right for the types of businesses being featured, as this is a Christian broadcast, and we look forward to the collaborations because there are so many different businesses out there that we can benefit from as we enter into, or that we've entered into this last quarter of the year. So I'm super excited about what God has in store for the broadcast, for what he has in store for Worship Radio International, what he's doing here with us here at Worship Radio International as we are growing our family by leaps and bounds. And we have none other to thank but Prophet Blaine and his lovely wife, Ade Irving, for their vision of making this platform what it is and making it come to fruition the way that it's growing. So I'm super excited to be on this platform to serve with them, and definitely super excited to serve you. So with that being said, until God says the same, I want you to have an amazing week.
Thank you for listening. I hope that this program was encouraging and informative. To find out more about our products and services mentioned in today's program, please visit www.chenaudaharris.com or call 734-752-8818. Let's Fix It with Chenauda has been brought to you exclusively by Worship Radio International.